Yeah, so this video is a continuation of yesterday, and what I was talking about yesterday with Corey Good and David Wilcock, and that campaign and that movement and what's going on there, and basically I read even deeper into that, and from what I've gathered is that there was a smear campaign strategy devised by the cabal to stop the disclosure movement that Corey Good and David Wilcock have going on, and they are trying to stop that. I am in full support for that disclosure movement. I've been back and forth, and who knows, I may be back and forth as time goes on, but as it is right now, I do stand with the Corey Good and David Wilcock disclosure movement. And there can be many points, because they're starting to, this smear campaign that was devised against them is targeting certain aspects, of them, like as, they're making money, and, this Savior Sphere-Bang Alliance concept, and, a lot of people right now are in speculation whether the Sphere-Bang Alliance is real, and that was a tactic that was devised by the cabal, was to create a cult-like mentality based around Corey Good and be able to create it as that, so people would be able to be drawn away from it, which now makes sense, because they would not want anyone to start to be drawn towards what Corey Good and David Wilcock are revealing. And as far as I am concerned with the Sphere-Bang Alliance, I actually find it interesting, because I don't have any personal memories, but my sister, who is a super soldier as well, she isn't fully aware of it, but she's she's demonstrating everything in her life that is remnants of her super soldier life, and she basically has told me that she has had experiences where she remembers being in contact with a blue avian, and the blue avian was not named Ra-Ter-El, like the blue avian that Corey Good mentions in his book, but the name that she gave me, I actually forgot what it was, but if I asked her again, she could tell me. But it was along the same lines of the Ta'a Ben, like Ra-Ter-El, like that kind of language. And when she told me it, I was like, whoa. I mean, she had a blue avian with that obviously she knew the name of, that was in the same language as Corey Good is coming forward with. And when my sister told me that, and that was after I showed her the book, Secret Space Programs and Extraterrestrial Alliances, she definitely told me that memory that she had of the blue avian and the name, and that was kind of that let me that enlightened me to that was what she experienced, and the blue avians are real, and so that would mean Corey Good his story is valid, and David Wilcock is with him as well, and he's valid as well. And it is so clear that in this subject right now, it is going to be everyone's own personal discernment on what they have gathered through their own research, based on other whistleblowers' testimonies, other white hats, other people that have come forward, the research that they've done themselves about the cabal and the nefarious things that they've been involved in, and just the whole UFOlogy, just putting it all together, and coming together with a picture of what's going on in the community. And I basically wanted to say that it is coming down to and every time I start talking about the future, I get blocks where I stop myself from talking, because I guess I can't talk about that right now. But basically, it's the time right now is a preparation time for humanity to get ready for the changes that are coming. And obviously there are all types of changes on every level that are being noticed. There's economic changes, in the economy. It's very clear that it's collapsing. The American economy is collapsing. It's all based on the Federal Reserve, and the Federal Reserve is a criminal organization that has been in operation since the bankers and the families learned how to gain control of the planet through the creation of money through Babylonian black money magic, which has definitely taken its toll on this world. And you can see that, it's very clear that money leads to greed and all that stuff, and suffering and pain and lack. And it's clear what money really is, because it's created. The banks, they obviously right now they're charging interest for people to have money in the bank, but then they're going and no one now they're lending out loans, and they're lending out loans and then charging interest on people to have their money on the bank, and charging them fees and stuff, and then giving their money away, and then they're charging interest on the loans of the money that they're giving away, that they're charging people to have in the bank in the first place. And it's all fake and an illusion. And it's when it all comes to light, the truth of the Federal Reserve and the Babylonian black money magic system, and it can be seen as a dark force that is just that overtakes the world. Once that truth is revealed, that's going to be the first indication that there's a new world order coming in, and it's for the good of humanity. And what I do know is what is going on right now, and has been going on, is black operations to fight the criminal organization behind the Federal Reserve. And black operations obviously involves time travel and advanced technologies and all those things. And the fact of the matter is that the thing that can be seen is that these operations are really going on. Is that's what the whole UFO phenomenon is about. It's about time travel, and that's what's being hidden. And as far as I'm concerned, there are things going on multidimensionally that are affecting things, whether people are aware of them or not. And the organization that was behind the Democrats was completely criminal. And I mean, not only the Democrats, but I mean, there was obviously corruption in the Republicans as well, and just the whole government. But the thing is, though, is that I just, I know the truth about certain people in our government, and if that truth were to be divulged, it would be shocking to the masses. And basically, I have had memories of being involved with Bill and Hillary Clinton, and for obviously multiple things, multiple missions. I've been infiltrated in providing security for elite members of the government. And right now I do have a plane circling around me, and it is kind of funny because there's people around me, and obviously they're starting to become, they can't really put it together why the plane's circling around me, but since I've been here, there's been jets and helicopters and planes circling, so but no one would ever be able to put it together, so it's gonna stay hidden who I really am. But anyways, I'm hesitant on saying the memory recall that I have recently had, but obviously I'm not hesitant on saying it because I have gotten to a point to where I don't care anymore. I'm done. Like I'm not gonna hold back things that I've been involved in and things that I'm recalling. And the thing is I've had a recent memory recall where I was involved with Bill Clinton, and I saw his true form, and obviously he's not human. And when that starts to come out, that people in the government, there have been people that have been in power in the government that are not human. That's when the conspiracy starts coming out, and then people start asking questions, and that's when you start going down the rabbit hole. And this is in the future. This is something that the world is going to have to get ready to understand, that leaders in our government have not been human, and they have not been definitely for our best needs, and it's very clear. It's going to be explained because the way this world has been with the wars and the famine and the drought and the poverty and everything, and how the system is set up for the most elite to live and luxury and lavishness, and in all the technology, that all the patents that they've stole and just taken control of to keep away from the rest of the world, like in Atlas Shrugged. They show that in Atlas Shrugged. But basically, that's the way that the controllers have it set up. That is the way of the system. Is there is the bottom rung, which is the slums. It's the lower tier, the ones that are the criminals, the ones that are in poverty, the ones that are just making it by surviving, and just trying to survive. And that's the lower tier. And then there is the middle tier, which is obviously these are the ones that they have jobs, they have security, they have houses, they have cars, they have positions of power and jobs and all these things that they but they work for just to get that check every month. But that's the middle class, and the middle class is basically living in fear of losing their jobs and losing their houses and losing everything that they have built based upon